beautiful people. Welcome back to Gender Inc., our sessions series on unpacking gender equality. Today we are having a session talking about boys club. Wasichana tunazita chama, but the men zinaitwa boys club. So to say, we will have more of that talking to our guests. My name is Nyabena Susan. I'm your host for today. I will introduce my guests. So I'm having Keith and Willis, and I think they will introduce themselves venye wanataka kuitwa, and kutoka hapo we'll dive in. It will be more of a casual, we're just here to talk about boys club. Wao ufanya nini? What do they talk about? Hiyo boys club ina entail nini? Ni kama ya wasichana venye sisi gossip and things like that, ama they are more strategic, they are more focused, na sisi tuko huko kwingine. So welcome guys.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so I will start with Keith. Please introduce yourself.
Oh, just as you've heard, my name is Keith Odaro. Yeah, that's an ID. But you can just call me Keith. Yeah, and I'm a social policy analyst. Yeah, that's what I've studied, and I'm just a young man just trying to live his life and be happy. Yeah, and I'm here to share my thoughts in this contentious issue of boys club. Keep it locked.
Thank you. Willis, please introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Susie. He forgot to say that we call him the professor.
Well, okay.
The wise guy.
All right. So wisdom dropping.
I tell you, my name is Willis. I'm happy to be here. I'm very passionate about issues policy. And currently, I think if any organization is out there looking for people to help them in consultancy when it comes to gender, when it comes to matters of governance and all issues, I'm the guy to go to. So, yeah.
Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Keith, for joining us today. So tutaanza tu conversation. I will be mixing both Swahili and English. I think kuna vitu zingine sina vocabulary za English na zingine Kiswahili napotea. So we just mix both to make it easier. So kitu ya kwanza, boys club. Whatever we think as women, or let me speak for myself and what we've seen on social media, boys club ni men wamekaa chini discussing about women and extracurricular activities, ama some people have found themselves in extramarital affairs or something like that. So please help us understand, what is boys club?
For me, boys club is it depends on how on the social or the network you're in, because you find that there are boys or guys that come together to try and improve their wealth or their networks. So you find that the type of discussions will vary with the setting. So some of us when we sit, it's about sports, it's about football. Some of us when we sit, it's about business. What can we do to grow our businesses? What can we do to get more people to come and help us grow? And yeah, when you go to a club, obviously you'll find here and there some of them would slightly mention about ladies, slightly, but it's not entirely the main topic of discussion. So for us, it's always just cutting across a lot of issues, depending on the setting.
Okay, please.
I'd just like to maybe somewhat differ with my friend a little bit. Because mostly, you find that the timing of the meetings that we normally have, mostly the meetings happen over the weekend, and it's always on a chill mode or a chilling mode. So basically, boys club is a social entity that maybe, according to me, from my perspective, it's just a place where boys meet and just unwind and maybe reflect about their weekly or day-to-day experience. Yeah, and maybe the challenges that they may be experiencing. And there is also some background history of boys club. It dates from childhood. You know, there is this notion that is cropping up recently after maybe an exposure that was seen on the social media. So, you see, boys have somewhat been, this boys club thing has somewhat been profiled to be propagating some social ills and stuff in there. Yeah, but that's not true. The main reasons as to why boys come together, socialize, is always just to have a good time, have some good conversation that builds their potential individually. Yeah. So if I may talk about the background history from the childhood, you find that mostly boys would come together as a way of maybe giving security to each other. You find that there's these social setups in places where like back at home, where boys normally form groups to compete against the other groups from different areas. So you find that your group will always compete maybe in terms of maybe in some hobbies, like if it's football, or maybe if it is hanging out, like, or maybe if it is how well dressed you people are. You feel me? Yeah. So I feel that is like in a nutshell how I can explain the background or the backbone of this boys club thing, but it's not about doing the social ills that ladies think. But the discussion, 70% or 60 or 70% was always about maybe some ladies stuff. You know, naturally men are known to be the bragging type. Yeah. So if you have something good, so you cannot keep quiet about it.
And you have security.
Yeah, and you also have security.
Also, like when you have someone in a car, you know, things are in check.
There's that guy, those people that you know that this person has been back. When things go wrong, I'll holler at you.
Okay,
so that's basically why guys come together.
So this illusion that it's all about women, it's not true.
No, there's something called bro code. Yeah, so that is the guiding principle. Yeah. There's sometimes when a brother can be there for you more than even your sister or your mother or your wife.
True.
Wow.
Yeah. So it depends how true he or she is. He or not she, but he. There's no she there.
So I would want to, ask you this question, and then you would maybe start by talking about, you let us know if you guys are single, married, so we'll be able to, understand the context. So let's talk about reversed roles. Society in a change kidogo. We've seen, I think 2019 mostly, and 2020 women were proposing to men. Please, I would want to know, if a woman proposes to you, utakubali? If, like, let's say I kneel down hapa sahi nitoe pete and I'm like, will you marry me? Kutaenda aje?
Never. Never.
Why?
That's not happening.
Kama mtu amekupenda, like you guys are together, roho inadunda dunda, why?
There's a difference between kupenda mtu and also when you're talking about marriage. Marriage is a very serious thing that you just don't compromise or just.
But it shows that the woman is taking an initiative.
Let me ask you something. Can you imagine a lion in a jungle? Why are you laughing as if you know this is seeing an antelope running towards it? It will be like, what the hell? What's happening? It will also start running away. Feel me? So when you see such a thing happening, then you must ask yourself a lot of questions. Yeah, because it's.
But if you're dating this woman,
do you know the way we are wired as men is that we are hunters.
Yeah.
We're the one that go out there to hunt. If you make it so easy for us, then for me, I think I'd start doubting.
But we are not making it easy.
No, like it's even the way we are brought up. And I'm not saying that I'm very, very old, but from the way we are brought up, that is how things have been happening. It is always the men that go.
But okay, I'm assuming before this lady proposes, definitely it's someone you've been with, sindio? So maybe amekaa chini, ameona maybe you're not making the move, or maybe you're not showing. Men say they would want to be financially stable before they commit, and huyo dem akikuangalia, she's like, okay, yeah, ako financially stable. It's not that you could take care of her. So anakusaidia, yani, just to
From a man's mind, and this is my opinion. I think if a lady loves a guy, then just try and keep it to yourself. Don't make the first move, because I think for us, when immediately you start making the first move, the standard of the guy would lower. Like, you're making it so easy for him. We like something that you've worked hard for.
What?
That is what I'm not saying that we don't value women, but it would really push a man to value more if he really works to get you. I don't know if you're getting my point. If I work to fight to win you, then I'd really value you more. But if you made it easier for me, then I think that would be questioned.
But if you make it hard, you guys say tunafanya, we are playing hard to get.
I mean, just try and play hard to get, but
No. That aspect of hard to get, no, you're not taking it. But anyway, just to echo on what he's saying, yeah, it's normally said easy come, easy go. So you also have to do the math. And I don't know, I'm tempted to ask, like, yeah, when you propose to me, will it be just a random act, or it's something that I'll be aware of and I'll prepare myself psychologically that this lady might someday pop and ask me this question, or
imagine
I don't know.
When he comes to you and says, Keith, will you marry me?
No, that does not happen.
You say no? It's like you're not even giving it a thought. Yani wewe ni kama hata unaweza toroka.
So my question there is just how prepared am I psychologically to receive this news? Because me, I don't know if I just like playing the devil's advocate. It's normally safe, first of all, to know the expected outcome of it. Feel me? Instead of just doing something with an open mind, not knowing the end result. Feel me? Because such acts normally maybe it can demoralize somebody, especially maybe if I turn you down, because that's a very bold step that he's taking. Feel me? It's not easy to do that, especially for a lady. So when you do it, there's nothing else that you'll expect other than a yes. Feel me? So when I turn it down, then things I think will go haywire. But to me, just as we've said, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's like you're hasting things. Yeah. It's like you want to think for me. Feel me? It's like you want to think for me. I should be the one doing this, but you're seeing that I'm wasting time, and I'm wasting your time also.
Who is going to be the man in that?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions that comes in here, because it's like also that you're trying to tell me that such a thing has never crossed my mind. So it's like you making me think. Feel me? Yeah. So you might be doing something, the correct thing, but it's not the right thing to do.
Well, okay. So you're discouraging ladies to not, pop the question or taking the bold move.
Just honor yourself.
Dependent to the
Yeah, no, but
Wait for the guy.
Kwa hiyo reverse roles, let's talk about kazi kwa nyumba. Do you look at yourselves as people who can help your women at home? Not mothers, nini, like you're in a relationship with this person or you're married. Do you help around at home?
I think if it's your house, then there's some duties you have to do. You don't you don't just leave. You didn't bring the woman to do everything for you. So even before you brought the woman, you leave yourself. You're doing your things alone. So I think the lady that you bring into your house is simply to help with what you're doing. And it doesn't necessarily, I think what is really making it hard for guys for me, in my own opinion, it's the feminists are trying to come out that when, you know, we have to do things 50-50. Immediately we start competing, then that is now where things go. Because we didn't come together to start competing. But if I do it willingly, if I say like, yesterday you cooked, let me cook today. Like, just to show love. I'm doing it out of my will, and that is fine. But if you push it, tricky.
I don't know. Such things emanate from how somebody is brought up as a man. Yeah, if you're the type who was always just being bembelezed, quote, then you'll see it as an uphill task. In fact, some people will even feel like the ego is being bruised, so they'll even turn maybe violent, and because they'll be perceiving the wives to be like disrespectful in some sort of. But personally, in my opinion, according to how my late dad, God rest his peace, his soul, sorry, raised me, that it's not like you marrying some housewife like Mboch sort of. Anything you do in that house, in one way or another, or directly or indirectly, it also benefits you. Because there is no way, or there is no way you're just gonna sit somewhere and maybe the floor is dirty, or maybe the dishes are dirty, and then maybe there is some stench that is coming. It's also affecting you. Feel me? So if you're able to take that, then it speaks volume about how you are brought up, and also it shows that maybe there is somewhere where your mother failed. Because he didn't bring you up to be a responsible man. Feel me? So yes, in as much as some people might perceive it as being now you're the boss, now you don't do anything, don't touch anything. But the moment you decide that you want to marry, that you want to get married, then there are some decisions that you have to make. There are things which you cannot be ashamed of. It's like somebody being told now, like not even, you shouldn't even wait to be told, like you need to change your baby's diapers. The wife is busy somewhere doing some other things. You should just help. So personally, I don't see anything hard or anything wrong
to help around.
Yeah, to help around.
Bora usishindiliwe ati nani fanya hivi.
Because that's what makes the difference. Feel me? Yeah. Now when even your wife is doing a comparison, maybe she can sit somewhere and say, I have a husband. Yeah.
Let me ask you, would you be a stay-at-home dad? You allow your woman here anaenda huko nje ndio analeta pesa anafanya nini? Wewe ukae nyumbani na watoto. Is it feasible for you people?
Stay-at-home dad, no. Because I mean, you need to go out as a man and also bring food in the table. You can't just sit and wait for your lady to bring the food that you're now there, watching over the kids. It's not, according to me, it's not okay as a man. Yeah, you have to go out there, you have to work, bring the little that you can bring, and then hata kileta mingi, akileta hiyo milioni, hiyo lete yako kamia moja hapo, bring together, you're still doing something. It will be, the effort will be recognized.
Bora asikae kwa nyumba.
So no, you can't stay at home. You can't stay at home and wait for you as well as you try and imagine if you marry a lady who is in the Oprah's position. You're a millionaire, then you're just somebody here. You can't just sit there now because now the lady makes all the money. You just wait. Go out there and do something. The lady will respect you in that way. And even the guys will respect you in that way.
Okay. Keith, can you be a stay-at-home dad?
That's never happening, cannot happen, should not happen, and
not acceptable.
It's not acceptable. It should actually be documented. That's against the law for a man to just sit there. Like, mwanaume lazima ujitume. Like, the definition of a man is ambition. You have to be ambitious. Feel me? yeah, you have to learn how to push the envelope. You cannot just sit there and just stay. What are you doing? Are you sleeping at home or what?
Anachunga watoto, anasafisha nyumba.
No.
Taking care of
Man, no. We are not socialized that way. And you'll feel that in that house, even the amount of respect that you're given will just diminish. You'll never feel like you have some maybe authority in that house. Like when you speak, you'll just be there to be seen, not to be heard. You feel me? It's so many men who tried that actually are really, they can tell you that it's really rough. It's really rough on them.
Situation, Susie, where your husband is coming to you that I need money to go and shave my hair. Like it's not. You can't even imagine.
But there are men who are actually doing that right now. We've seen kwanza kwa social media. I've seen this. There's a time there was a rant, and women were saying wanaweka wanaume, like literally they're providing everything in the household. Na bado wanachunga watoto, wanashughulikia nyumba. So I don't know how would we define those men?
Those are people who are just comfortable in they are sitting in their comfort zone. They're not challenged. They don't have anything. I don't know. Maybe they don't have anything to push them to work hard. But I don't know. It's unethical to do that. So to speak. And I don't want also to rant so much about them because also the ladies wamewekwa. So. In both ends, if I am to throw shit on the other side, then I also need to strike that balance anyway. But personally speaking, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't advocate for my friends to do that. Yeah, because I will always want the best from them. You won't even feel like you're productive. A man must do something. That you have to work. Feel me? Even if you don't have a job to do, wengara toka inje, just go out there and walk. You never know who you'll meet. When you're locked inside the house, and then you get to, you cannot think beyond whatever you see. Like let's say in this room, like I cannot think beyond this because I'm used to it. So the only thing that I'll do maybe is sleep, or maybe I'll be on my phone, or maybe. But when I get outside there,
you see what the other guys are doing,
and then you get challenged. That is how you can grow. Yeah.
So what do you tell women when you wanaweka wanaume?
They should just first
send your husband out to go and work.
Where?
They cannot do that. Actually.
I'm not saying that. Just encourage them to try and find something to do.
Wanasema there is high unemployment, hakuna kazi, tumekauka.
Some of us, we are not employed, but at least what effort are you giving to ensure that you get something? You can't just sit down and say that now there's no employment. I mean, you have to try and, are you even going out to apply? Are you trying to make friends, get ideas? Are you partnering? Like, that is how you try. You don't just sit and wait, there's no employment and meet a car.
Because there's nobody who will look for you that now, hey, come on, you have to, lazima ujitume. Feel me?
Someone told me, there's a meeting I went to and a guy was talking to us and then he said that you find, there's an organization that was telling them that it's not that there are no jobs, but it's because they lack the skilled people to do the work. So it doesn't mean that there's no work here, but if you go out there and then you sell yourself and people know that Willis is doing this 1, 2, 3, Keith is doing 1, 2, 3, then it's easier for somebody to remember, I need somebody with this skill. Because for him, maybe the people he has interacted with, he has not seen that skill. So, but when you go out there and interact with people and try to make friends, try to connect, to build your networks, then it's easier to, it's a way also of trying to secure something.
So tuambie wanaume wajitume.
Yeah, and also just to add on to echo on what he said, there's somewhere I read, there's a book I read that said success requires 3 things: time, knowledge, and money. If you're lacking either of those, use the remaining 2.
Ujitume, ukai uko nje.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want us to talk about something yenye saizi, you know, it's all ongoing, the issues of gender equality. Do you guys believe we can achieve gender equality? At some point tutafika enyewe kila mtu ako at par. Hiyo inakaa kufanyika?
That's an illusionary dream. It will never happen.
Really? Why?
For society to remain normal. Imagine if you, I don't know, we can never be equal. Even your hands are never equal. That's when you can even fold them. Feel me? So, those are just illusions that are created so that maybe people can feel maybe less of themselves. Or I don't see it happening that people might maybe someday be equal in this day and age, or maybe in time to come. It's that difference that keeps us moving. Yeah, you know, you lack. That's why you wake up every day in the morning and work hard so that you might reach somewhere maybe you dream of reaching. Yeah, if we are equal, then things cannot be happening. There's nobody who will even open the shop so that he can sell it. He has money, or she has money, why shouldn't she open the shop? Yeah, even how you will be talking, the conversation which people will be having, there is nothing new which somebody can tell you because we're already at par. Then how can you challenge me in your conversations? So those are illusionary dreams.
And just
For me, I think the gender equality, the equality part, just as they are saying, it's something that it's not easy to achieve. But I think we need to push more on the equity, you know, trying to create the fairness, you know, because there's no day you'd want. It's so hard to achieve the equality. It's so hard. But one thing I'd say that we should never give up. I think
who should not give up?
Whoever is pushing for the equality, we need to just continue pushing on, because as you know, in the words of Winston Churchill, he says that success is not final, failure is not fatal, but it is the courage that counts. So just continue pushing on, and then maybe we'll reach there. But I love the idea that both the men and the women have been given the opportunity. At least we've reached some level. So it's a good playing ground for both the men and the women to try and achieve whatever they want to achieve. But the equality, we still have a lot of work to do.
There is a run that was going on this week on social media. Women were saying apparently 50-50 imeshafika ikageuka imekuwa like 60-40. In one sense, si unaona like women are out there, wana hustle, the men are out there. Like you find a couple, let's say for example, both of them are working. In a way you just find in a corporate institution, maybe they've tried to push, you know, promote the woman or something. So the woman earns a little bit more than the man. Now, when they come back home, the man ataka tu kwa nyumba, the woman will still take care of the household, the kids and everything, but yet they still contribute 50-50 financially. Like bills kama ni rent tunagawa nusu, sijui shopping, sijui school fees. So at the end of the day ukiweka kwa balance scale, what the woman is doing is more than the man. What do you guys think about that?
Again, if it's an agreement between the two people, then it's fine. Because in a job, marriage is between two people. It's the way you guys agree. But it's, for me, I think it depends. If you're earning more, then you just have
to contribute more.
Yeah, if I'm earning more than my my wife, it means then I have to do more.
And if the woman is earning more, she should do more.
Just try, because there's no need of trying to strain the guy. If he can't meet the par, he can't. Maybe your pesa yake akilipa na rent ameisha. You know, you can't say that now he uses all his money to pay the rent and then now he remains.
And the labor
tomorrow he needs to go out again and work. So I think if you're, for me, my opinion is if it's an agreement between the two people that you need to contribute 50-50, well and good. But generally, if I'm a man and I'm earning more, then I need to do more. I need to pay the rent. I need to do a lot of things. And you need to also engage your wife. So I am not married, but I think
if you get married,
there's that agreement that you come between you and your wife on how you want your household to be run. Different people have their ways of running their household. So if we agree that this is how we're going to do it, then that is the way we do it.
So we can actually tell our people that you are in the market, hujachukuliwa bado, you're not taken.
A story for another day.
As he said that we should just embrace like dialogue in marriage. Talk, and you agree. Yeah, and first of all, why are we even in having this like duel? Like it's like we competing. Like who brings more and who does what? Are we rivals? So we union. We are a team. We are a team. So
we are one now.
Yeah, and if we're a team, either way, you know, whatever role that I'm gonna play or you're gonna play, at the end of the day, it's for the success of the team, and we're all gonna be proud about it. So there is no way that now you want only to associate with the success, but the failures you want to distance yourself with. So I think this was an advice. I'm not elder. I'm not reached that stage. But where's the camera? This one. For a dude who is looking for a lady to marry, always focus on a lady who is family oriented, somebody who is visionary, who will challenge you, who will not see you as a threat or a competitor, but will always put the interests of the family in front. Now I'm talking of my mom anyway. Let's continue.
But
I thought you found out.
Yeah, you would never know. Maybe I don't see, the golden bells are near. But it's men. I hope you're taking notes on that. Msikuja mseme hamkuambiwa. So elders, upcoming elders are speaking to you. Now, on issues of like we're talking about gender equality, we are trying to push to have more women in leadership positions. Do you think that it has a positive impact to have more women in these positions? And have you worked with a woman, like a boss who's a woman? How was it? How was the feel? Was it different with working with men?
For me, I think every woman is a leader. Starting from our mothers, we copy what our mothers, those that are lucky to be brought up with the mothers. Either way, a woman is a leader, and there's one thing I've grown to know, that if you want to respect a leader, why would you, let's say people want to associate leadership with men, and they say that a man is a good leader. You cannot say that the man is a good leader and forget the woman, because the man was also both, a woman is the one that gave birth to the woman.
Yeah.
So basically, if that man is successful in leadership, then it means that the mother was a good leader. So the guy learned from her. And we all learn from both parents, the man and the woman. So for me, if you have the knowledge and you have the skill and you have the courage and you have the ability to be a leader, then it's fine. I don't mind. I've worked with women who are leaders. I remember when I was working with Amref, my boss, the program manager, is one of the spectacular leaders that I've seen. And currently I'm working with an organization called The Human, Help Unify Mankind Nations. And my boss is a lady, and I love the knowledge that lady has. So women are good leaders. Women are good leaders. So long as we don't have to push. Let's not push it that it's a must that we have to fill that position of leadership with a woman. But when we have women that are capable of being leaders,
so they need to be capable, not just kuweka watu hapo. Okay. Keith, what do you think? Have you ever had a boss who is a lady?
Yeah, my mom is a boss. She always bossed me around. So that is just a typical example of it. So yeah, I do believe that leadership knows no age, knows no gender, knows no like maybe ethnicity or anything. If you're up to the task, yeah, just be given the role and do it. But if you're given the role also, you should also not just be there just to champion maybe your personal interests, especially if you're a lady. Now maybe you want to show the men that now you're the boss, because normally maybe back at home or how you were raised with boys being like the dominant or the alpha. No, you want to show the men that now you're on the mantle, now you want to boss them around. No, that is unacceptable. We should just learn to just coexist, Yeah, that's how life is. See, at some point you're going to be a boss somewhere, let's say at work, but back at home, find that you're required to be this like just to be a wife, feel me, to be a wife or sister or like, yeah, so there's a male or maybe your dad is the leader. So what I'm trying to say is I don't have a problem with women being in leadership, because I've also had some lady bosses who are wonderful. I worked somewhere and I had this wonderful boss who was a lady, and she always gave me this motherly love. Even when things were bad, she'd encourage me, so I've had that experience. I've also had a worst experience with ladies being bosses. Yeah, especially I worked in certain organization there, and the person who was training me was a lady, and I didn't like the aftertaste of it. I still regret up to today. I don't want to. I was traumatized anyway. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever position you occupy, just be humane. Just treat everybody with respect and dignity. Yeah. That's how we should be.
So we agree that we don't have problem with women being leaders. They just need to be qualified and up to the task. Wasikwae hapo tu women card. There is something Keith has mentioned that will divers, coming back to the boys club. Amesema he was traumatized. Men, what is it about mental health issues that you guys don't want to talk about? Mkikuwa stressed hamsemi. Mkikuwa na kelele nyumbani hamsemi. Like, you find a man anatembea huku nje, he's so well dressed, he looks so composed. If you look at him unaona like he has made it in life, but deep down things are happening. In boys club, huwa mnaongea mkiwa na stress?
I think when it comes to that issue, it's a very good way. It's a very good discussion, because for us men, my opinion is that the way we express our issues it's not the way the women express their issues. Because you'd find that a guy would come and tell you, we couldn't compare, bro, unoma sana. And that ameacha tu hivyo open, like jana home ulimana. Like they just leave it open like that, you see. So we talk about it, but maybe the way we bring it out, people don't see it as serious.
Okay, so if you tell Keith that, he will understand? Like, is he able to understand what you're saying?
We will talk about it kidogo, and then we have other issues to talk about. Because we don't want to dwell again. Men don't want their issues to be out there. Keith anasema, Willis, jana ulipigwa ni alifanyia ni no. It will be like, jana wife iliumana. Sema iza. Then another story, football, something else. That is how men talk. So I think we talk, but again we have the fear. Again, maybe if we have the platform where men can bring the issues, I don't know how Keith thinks, but for me I think if we are given the opportunity to speak, not many men will come out. Not many men will come out.
Why?
Men don't want to be seen as weak.
But you don't look weak when you share.
You don't look weak when you share, but the way people will view you after that, you cannot control the way people view you after what you say. So I think for me.
So utajinyamazia tu roju kama mwanaume.
Jinyamazia ama niseme lightly, we laugh about it and it's done.
Laugh about it. Keith.
I don't know what you think.
In my perspective, first of all, if you're the wife or the girlfriend of this guy, always know the body language of your partner. Yeah. how he behaves if he's going through stuff or he's stressed. So that I leave for the ladies. And now talking about the boys or the men, as a man, I feel like you should always have this older person, somebody who is a bit aged, probably the age of your dad. If you're not okay with your dad, maybe somebody whom you can confide in. Yeah, whom you can share your issues with, and somebody who can advise you appropriately and allows you to open up. Yeah, and somebody whom maybe you trust with your secrets. I guess that will give boys or men a platform where they can be able to open up and maybe be helped when the time is still right. Because I remember these statistics that I watched recently in the news about the suicide rate in Kenya, which is skyrocketing, and a big chunk of those taking their lives are men. So I'm here and actually feeling very sorry, and I'm saddened about the news. I don't know if it's the economic pressure or what is happening with the boy child, but I just feel that that conversation should take center stage right now, and people need to talk. People need to talk about these issues. Yeah, because men are going through stuff outside there, and it's evident in the statistics about the things that are happening. Yeah, I don't know, but it's also a challenge on the partners. Yeah, the partners about these people. Yeah, men are hurting. They should be able to help them out.
Yeah. I think that is also another discussion that needs to be, as you have said, there's a lot of things that men keep to themselves. Just as I told you, we come and say it lightly, we laugh about it, but later on it will stress you out again. So that it reaches a point where now you cannot hold it anymore. So it breaks you down. So, but again, my opinion is when you want men to talk about their issues, then I think it's easier for a man to speak, just as you said, either look for an older person that they respect, or somebody they can share their stories with confidently, without caring whether it's going to come out or not. That's what men fear, and I think if we have people that can come out, that can listen to men, maybe you don't want to be aired on TV or on the YouTube channels, but maybe on the backgrounds, if we do it, and I think it will really help a lot. And for those guys, I know even the young boys are going through a lot, the young men, like people our age, if you have an issue, just speak it out with someone. It's never at the end of everything. You know, you can speak to someone and you can be helped. Suicide is not the final destination, the final solution. There's a way you can go about it.
Yeah, sorry, just to add on. You shouldn't feel like you own all the problems in this world. Feel me? Yeah, there are people who've undergone even through very severe cases. There's this phrase that everybody has a story. Before I know about your story, I'll always feel like, hey, my story is the worst case. But after hearing your story, then you'll be like, Yangu, it's not. It's like somebody who is feeling sick somewhat, and then you visit the wards in the hospital, and then coming from there, you say that, hey, man, I'm not sick. There are people going through stuff out here. So we should never have this self-pity. Yeah, that's when you lose it. The moment you have self-pity, then you automatically lose everything. So I think that we should just need to talk. And also, we should also look into the clique or the groups that we are in. Because some friends are really misleading. Yeah, because most people will resort to drugs due to influence. Yeah, somebody might ill advise. That's why I said it's the safest thing to do, or the wisest thing to do, actually, is to look for somebody who is older, somebody who can show you the right way to trudge on. Yeah, I guess that's how we can do.
Wow, I think I thought that this was just going to be a question, but I can see there is more to unpack. So maybe I think we can have a session about mental health for men, and I'd rather that time when it comes, we'll just have men and a male host, so I don't have to, because it's like some of the issues you people are talking about, I don't think I may be able to understand deeply. So I think having like a male, round table will be good for you. So you can, as much as not talk about the issues that you're going through, but be able to talk to people out there. And I wanted to ask, what Keith, you had said something that your partner should be able to, study or learn your body language so that they're able to identify if you're okay or not. But sometimes women say we can see, tunauliza ni nini mbaya, you guys don't talk. So what are women supposed to do to support you? Like, ukisema utaki kuongea, does it mean truly we should leave you alone, give you some time? In the meantime, if we're giving you space, what should we be doing to help or ease your situation?
Everybody has a breaking point. So when for me, I think when someone tells you that they don't want to talk, there's a way when you become persistent, okay, in a good way, then they'll reach a point and share. So everybody has a breaking point, and there's no man that you cannot break. So at some point, that man that you're talking about would, ukikuwa patient, vizuri, and persistent, they will start opening up. I think maybe what we fear is being pushed to do it when we are not ready. Yeah. If you push me to speak when I'm not ready to speak, I won't speak.
So, but let's say as your partner, someone can just be present. Just try to show that I do care for you. I'm here for you anytime. So tuko hapo tunajipitisha.
Just be present. Just show this person that you can always come to me.
Okay.
I don't know what we're thinking here.
We're thinking in the same line. Yeah, I believe this is why you are like your wife to this person. Yeah, you're not strangers. You know this person. Yeah, you always know where to touch and know where not to touch. Feel me? And it's not the first time maybe that you're experiencing something of this sort, challenge. Yeah, so you shouldn't just like be like somebody who is looking for a scapegoat, like a reason to cling on. Maybe in case things go south, then you say, but I tried, and you refused. You'll still be you're still a party to this. You'll still be blamed. He'll still blame you maybe as a wife. You remember maybe if you did a wedding, maybe normally took vows. It's for better for us. So he's in his vows. Let's stick by him. You feel me? Yeah. And as a wife, there is nothing as refreshing for a man as having somebody whom you know has your back. Yeah. Encourage this person. Make him feel proud that, hey, I have a wife. Have somebody who understands me and who makes me feel like a man. Yeah, so that's what you should do. You shouldn't leave him at his weakest point when he needs you. Somebody might tell you something. I can tell you something, but in the real sense, I mean the opposite. You ladies do it all the time.
Oh.
Yeah. You can tell me no, but according to what I can see, you mean the opposite of it. So what's wrong with a man doing that? He's just saying, he doesn't want to talk, but in the real sense, he wants to talk.
So you just need to be patient.
Just understand the body language of this person. Yeah, and help him out.
Okay, yeah. So I think maybe
if there is something that you even need to offer him so that he can relax.
I think it is the problem as ladies we have.
It's a life
when we are talking to you people and maybe you're not responding, or you're just closed up. Sisi tuna understand differently, and maybe unapatana we start shouting, ama tunakupigia kelele. Maybe I think those are the things that escalate, ama zina aggravate the situation. But ladies, I hope you are hearing this, because the mental health is really key, especially for men who don't speak. Sisi chamas peke yake ishatosha. We call, we can meet 1 hour, tunaongelea tu shida ya mtu mmoja. Maybe maybe Charlie alimjibu vibaya, hiyo peke yake ni kesi. Hii maneno, each word will underline, we look for synonyms to dissect kila kitu, but like you say, you guys just do one sentence, story imeisha. So I think partners, wives, girlfriends, let us be out there for men. Now, as we are winding up the session, I definitely have to always talk about this gender-based violence. So, hey, as junior wapi, but starting with where Kate said, as women tunapenda what we say and what we do ni vitu tofauti. Now, what is this? Kuna the thin line between coercion na like someone giving consent. Unaona kama hiyo unasema like you ask a lady to get intimate, akwambie no, ukazane juu in the mind is like and then in the end they come to say yes. Do you think that they've said yes because wamekubaliana na wewe, ama sometimes they do say yes for the fear of what if I say like nikinsist no, what will happen, ama like wacha tu niseme yes maneno ishe? What do you guys think?
That is a very serious question, but I think for me, speaking on if people are married, the context of marriage, I think if you're married and you know that you got into the marriage, then it is okay. No, it's not that it's okay for you to be forced. No, you have the right to say no. But at least when you guys are married, at least you can talk it out. I think when is the right time to ask for whatever you want to ask for. But for those people that are not married, I think it's when someone is not ready, it's not ready. So if you push it, then there's high chances that you can be charged.
So how many times should a woman say no for you guys to say okay, you know ya ukweli?
I think the man should just know when you're told a no, it's a no.
It's a no, imeisha hapo.
I know it's a no. For me, according to me, I know it's a no, so nothing more, nothing less.
Okay, no is no, ama atasema tu yes.
First of all, I've never advocated for violence. I've never, ever respected any man who lifts his hand on a lady. For a man, the moment you see that a lady has angered you up to the level that you feel like maybe strangling her or maybe insulting her, man, you've lost it. She's overpowered you. She's playing around with the mind. So men need to be wise. Yeah, just take a walk. There's nothing you lose. Just get out of there and then maybe even leave her. Yeah, so for men, the only time you should touch a lady is maybe when you're blessing her, maybe giving her pleasure.
You're giving what?
Never ever.
Oh, goodness.
So anyway, I believe we're talking about adults here. To start with marriage, as a lady, you should know why you got into marriage. Sorry, it's not acceptable that to even say no. How do you even start saying no? This is your husband. Why are you saying no? It should never happen.
And
okay.
They say no.
Why is she even saying no?
No, kuna times amechoka. There are those times of the month, that the activity cannot happen. There are days maybe she's sick. Let's talk about situations where we've had lady, maybe she gave birth. There is that period of time wanafaa kupona. There are those instances that the lady's body is not just, capable.
Then I think that man should understand that.
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah, I would actually. I'm not a psycho anyway. I'm a monster. But yeah, those are special cases. I was talking about a normal case.
What about normal fatigue, exhaustion?
No, there's no what. Take a bath, go and eat. You take a rest, 20 or 30 minutes, then you come.
Ngoja kidogo. Let's say she started her day at maybe 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. Sindio? she's been up and about the whole day. Before akuje kupumzika, maybe it's 7, akuje nyumbani akupikie, definitely make sure everything is set, the kids are set for tomorrow. Utamwonea huruma amechoka.
Nowadays, nowadays, why do you reason as if nowadays the wives or the ladies do everything? They are they are housewives. So
but there are things, no, there are things that the house help does that they cannot do for the husband. So the wife strictly has to do things for the husband.
So do you want to tell me now the husband has been just resting and waiting for you to come back home, maybe doing exercise, working out, so that no, you need to be realistic. I'm telling you this for free. It's a pro bono advice.
What?
There are 3 things that makes a marriage or a union successful. I mean, one is respect for the man. You have to respect your man and give him peace. Second thing, you should be taking notes. The second thing is food. Make sure it's satisfied. And the third thing, and the most important thing, is the conjugal rights. Never deny a man, or you regret.
You're not being
For the marriage.
denied. You're not being denied. Unajua kuna sazi, like I was giving that scenario. There are men I know, house help hawezi pika akule. Yeye kama bibi hawezi pika basi afadhali alale njaa. So the lady has to come home and prepare the food for the man. Now huyo mwanaume, he just doesn't eat any food, like you know those food that you take time to prepare. Yani anaonja, anasikia okay.
Can I ask you? How long does it take to prepare food?
Depends.
Normally, these foods zenye tuko nazo, this GMO foods we have around here, how long does it take? Does it even take an hour?
Yes. Kwani nitaingia tu jikoni nitoe chakula?
Which food are you preparing for an hour?
No, you know.
By that time I'll be asleep.
Utakuwa asleep. Harufu itakuamsha.
My appetite.
No. That is the problem. If we hurry the food, that is the situation. If you do hurry food, your chakula ionjangi vizuri.
And if
food takes time.
If you stay too long, also the appetite will be gone.
No, we're not staying too long. Okay, let's say kama it's late in the evening. Sindio, okay, definitely masaa imesonga, watu wanafaa kulala. I'm not going to go to the kitchen and nianze kupika vitu complicated. Unaona? Maybe naweza ingia jikoni niseme okay, unapata mwanaume definitely haizi lala kama amekula mchele. So ugali goes, vegetables hapo, upige hesabu. Mayai is the next easiest thing to do. Wezi anza kupika nyama hapo saa hiyo. Ama unless ilikuwa imechemshwa before, but you go for the easiest thing. Of which hata hiyo ugali mayai, let's say maybe 30 minutes, and then you have to plate the food. Kwani nitakuletea imekaa shambara.
Can I ask you, Suzy? Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Why are you acting as if you got into this marriage not knowing what to expect?
No, it's not that not knowing what to expect, but situation and circumstances do happen.
So it's like you're complaining.
No, I'm not complaining.
That appears like you're complaining.
No. Okay, ningekuwa kwa nyumba, let's say I'd been home the whole day. Definitely, utakuja kwanza umekaribishwa na you know all of those things. There is a way you can welcome someone when they get home. Unaona, but let's say nimetoka, ulifika kwa nyumba mbele yangu, I come after. You get? Unapata kwanza the fact that mwanaume amekutangulia kwa nyumba, it's a worry on its own. Unaanza kujiuliza itakuwa issue. Are we going to, before hata ufikirie hizo vitu zingine. So wouldn't you understand that anyway she's had a long day? Maybe I should actually massage her, wacha apumzike leo, maybe kesho.
No. Hey. First of all, it's not acceptable for a man, kutangulia mwanamke kwa nyumba. Delay a bit so that kuje kama when things are ready. Anyway, to answer you, it's not like we cannot give maybe a hand. Maybe suppose nikuje mapema, obviously I can do 1 or 2 things. Yeah, if that is the complaint that you're having, then yeah, I'll wash the dishes. I'll do all those stuff. Maybe I'll even cook, because I know how to cook. I'll cook. So now tell me what excuse you have. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
There you have.
So why are you acting as if you don't want this thing?
No, it is just that umeiweka like if everything comes down to whatever, last to last, conjugal rights should remain standing.
There is no any other way to put it.
Okay.
That's the way or the highway. So let's not put it also as if like the ladies don't want this stuff. Suppose you flip the coin the other way. Now you want it and also I don't want it. How will you say?
They say women just set you guys in the mood. Unajua, you can't set a
So
woman
for us, you want to set us in the mood if you don't want, so that we accept. But with us, if we compel you, then it's a problem. No, you cannot be cherry picked. Like, no, you cannot be speaking from both sides of your mouth. You feel me? At the end of the day, the sex is a language. You have to speak to your partner, and then you have to put in the mood. Feel me? Yeah, for you even to enjoy it. Feel me? Yeah. So I don't advocate for using force. Feel me? Yeah. Hiyo itakuwa unyama, and that is unacceptable. Feel me? Yeah. But suppose you raise such complaints, then you just talk. Then the way I told you, there's need for dialogue. Yeah, you just dialogue. You just talk to your partner. Kwani hata ukitoka huko kazini, you don't call your partner. It's like you argue, you're reasoning as if like when you come home and you find your husband, you'll be surprised as if you've not been talking the whole the whole thing.
No, I was giving a scenario. The lady has really had quite a busy day. But there are days that, let's say for the men, because it's usually the kind of norm for the men. Unapata mwanaume akitoka asubuhi ile yenye amekuongelesha nini, he has set you for the day, maybe he has given you money to prepare for whatever. Mwanaume akikanyaga hapo nje, most of them ni kama simu inaweza kaa somewhere. They don't even remember the phone exists. Maybe lunchtime akumbuke, okay, maybe the woman I have lazima ufanye check up. Akutext maybe lunchtime. Some of them don't even check if you had replied. So ile time ya kwenda nyumbani ndio ako like, okay, if there anything to check, ama alitumwa kitu anunue ajanunua, you get. But there are those circumstances ama situation you've really had a busy day.
That's why I said earlier, if let me echo my words, that for a man, if you want to thrive in this life, look for a family-oriented lady. A family-oriented lady will call you before she gets off from work. Like, hey babe, I'm coming. Should I brunch in the supermarket? Maybe bring something or whatever. Feel me? Or you have to speak to your husband before you get at home. Because with us, we don't know about the things about, maybe hakuna chumvi, hakuna those stuff. You don't expect me niko huko nje nifikiria ati sasa hakuna chumvi, sasa I'll be walking hakuna chumvi kwangu, so I'm looking for chumvi. No, that's not happening. You feel me? As a lady, it's incumbent upon you to think about these things. It's not like we cannot do them, but we are not wired that way to think along that line. For a man, the moment it steps out from maapo kwa hiyo nyumba, hizo vitu za hizo nyumba haiziko hata kwa akili yake. Hata if on a worst scenario, maybe hata mtoto amefukuzwa school fees au ana school fees, anafaa kwenda hata shule that time hakuna pesa. If you don't tell your husband there and then hata kumbuka. So I'm just trying to tell you that hizi vitu at the end of the day, that's why I say we are a team. Feel me? Yeah, just play your role. Just play your role, and you shouldn't feel like some type of way, like maybe you being overburdened. Yeah, it's your family. Come on, just do it. Understand how your husband is. We both have our flaws and our weaknesses. Maybe that is his weakness. Just understand that person. Call him, talk to him. Yeah, and to see hizi vitu because of those complaints.
Okay.
You got into marriage when you knew what it takes. If you're not ready, don't get married.
There is something I want to ask you guys. Like you've all said that it's like wanawake, you were supposed to understand us, but mbona sisi hatu understand. So do you think that hata nyinyi men, they're like, you would want women to seek consent from you guys, ama nyinyi mnaendanga tu mkienda?
Consent.
Mnaweza sema like kuna mali, have you in your life ukakaa chini ukasema hapa huyu dema alini violate, like I didn't consent to this, you know the touching, the flirting. Do you guys sit and say I miss siku?
I know the incidences where I've heard stories where guys say they were not, it's not what they had planned for, but it happened. So I think it's the way our bodies are made. I don't know, you'd find that maybe they're not interested, but now you push them to that level. So I don't know. That one I cannot speak.
So do we presume that, okay, I don't know if this word is correct to use, maybe it will be blood or censored. Is it that ladies presume if a man has a boner, let me use that one, has a boner, it's consent. Tukiona tu nini kume, you know, something is raised, sisi tumejua ume consent.
Experience.
What do you mean by experience? But why jumping guns? Anyway, let me just answer you spot on. Like I said, these are things which are guided by hormones. Sex is a language. Feel me? Ndio nisimame. I have a reason. I must have a reason. Ya kusimama. So, just to answer you, let you know Bichite that there's kuna mwanaume out there who can kataa hizi vitu. No, it's maybe 1 in a million.
So consent doesn't work for you?
No, there is no man who will tell you at no nini. Atakula tu hapo hata kataki.
Kama utaki basi.
I'm telling you, I'm being frank with you. Yeah, you can just give me, but it doesn't mean that now I want you on. Yeah.
So consent
it doesn't matter. For a man, those are non-issues. Those are non-issues.
So consent is more on the women's side than the men.
It shouldn't even be okay. Yes, you know, say he who has the gold sets the rules, the golden rule. So maybe being that you guys have the gold, so you have to set the rules. But for me, I don't think.
Because the man has the right to say no, yes. So,
so men can actually say no. You can say no to a lady, sindio? Si nakatoroka, sindio?
But remember, he ran away.
Alitoroka.
Just handled it hapo katikati tu pole.
So you think diplomacy, as women, we don't understand that you kalishwe chuni ambe yenye mimi
got him in trouble, my friend. It landed him with hot soup. The last time a man tried that was Samson. You know, so alinyolewa. So it's really hard for a man to say no anyway. That's why I'm just telling you that a man can sleep with you even if he doesn't feel you, or even doesn't feel it.
So it's like the consent part is really bluff for you.
And the ladies know that. You know that.
So
you understand this language more than we do. You feel me?
So we take advantage.
Yeah, you take advantage of that. You just know where to turn, and then everything happens.
Okay, so actually it's like you guys get more harassed. It's just that the line is a little bit bluff for you to, you know, say enyewe hapa nilionewa. Now you guys, even when you go out there, especially like autaka chini useme hapa enyewe,
there is no man.
Hakukuenda vizuri.
No man can talk.
And say that, you know, this is what happened. People like him will really.
He will start laughing at you.
Yeah, they start laughing. So it's so hard. It's very hard for a man to come out and say.
He can never open up about that.
Wow.
It can never happen.
Okay, so I would allow you guys to give us a parting shot as we finish this show. So you can start, either of you.
Let me give him finish. Start, my friend.
I think. For the guys out there, my message to the boys who are becoming men, we need to take care of our ladies. We need to respect women, and just do your part to ensure that the woman that is next to you, either your sister, either your cousin, anyone that is a lady that either your colleague or anyone, make sure they also get the opportunity to succeed the way the men have also been given the opportunity to succeed. If you're in a position to make a woman reach the level that they've ever dreamed of, then kindly help them and assist them to reach that level. Don't try and exercise your power to try and demean them because they're women. So that is my advice and my message to every man out there.
Okay.
And to the women, you need to have the courage to push on, because it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like men out there are not going to make it easy for you. That now because you're a lady, we're just going to give it away. There are men that are out there to try and succeed with all the means they have. So you also have to have the courage to, you fail and then you get back up and you continue. Just continue pushing on. It's never going to be easy when two people are in the same field trying to win the same prize. No one is ready to give up for the other person. So you need also to push yourself. You need, if you've not gone to school, go back to school, ensure that you're knowledgeable, you have the skills to help you, to get you where you want to be. Yeah.
Thank you. Kate?
Let me start with the men. For the boy child, let's learn to be ambitious. Tujitume. I normally say, lazima ujitume ndo usitumiwe or utumike.
Wait, okay.
Yes. Let's just go out there and maybe work hard for me, because there's no shortcut. That's the only way. And we have to understand as men that it's said, there's this, I know it's a cliche, but say behind every successful man there's a woman. So there is no success without a lady. As a man, know that yes, you can live without a lady, but you cannot do without a lady. So one of the major decisions that you will have to make in your life is to choose a lady of your lifetime that you live or you spend your life with. And just take heed of whatever I've said. I'm not saying that I'm a wise man or an elder, but I know I'm speaking some sense. Yes, so for the ladies, there's this crop of ladies coming up recently in the new age. There's millennials calling themselves like feminists, top 6 feminists. You're misleading a lot of beautiful and hardworking ladies, sisters, wives. This is a foreign aspect or concept that we didn't have. We as, now I'm talking about now we as blacks or Africans. This is a patriarchal, like it's a capitalist concept that is being engraved in our culture. So let's learn to embrace our own and just grow. Let's build this culture of family values that we grew up knowing. Because if I ask you to define for me or to describe to me how your grandmother is, it will be completely opposite of whatever you people are advocating for out there. So let's be real and let's show our ladies the right way to trudge on. Let's not mislead them for the gains of likes and these passing time things. Always strive to challenge a man. Don't be a party animal. Be visionary. I rest my case.
Wait, okay. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Keith, for joining us today. Thank you for sharing with us these nuggets of wisdom, yeah? We've really had a good session. I've enjoyed myself, and I hope viewers out there, you've learned a lot from the sessions that we do have. If you have any questions, do comment down, and both Keith and Willis will be able to, indulge with you on in your questions and answer them. So thank you for being with us today. We hope to have more sessions that will engage men, talk about men's issue, because at the end of the day, if we are championing for equity, we do have to balance it for both men and women. So follow us on our social media pages, and if you do want to be a guest in our show, please reach out to us and we would be happy to engage you. Good day. Thank you.
Ciao.